President of the United States, Joe Robinette Biden, spoke yesterday. And should we save this for the beginning of next hour? What the heck? Let's do it now.
Okay, all right, because I'm excited. This has been a long time coming.
Yes.
And Americans have been like...
And I'm sure the anticipation is killing everybody right now.
Make it official, please, Joe.
Oh, Joe, I know you've kind of alluded to it about 100 times, but is it official yet?
Did it take him this long to edit? Is that why?
Possibly.
Okay.
Here it is. Big announcement on video.
Okay. Oh, look, January 6th, Pat. Look, see? Bad stuff. Mm-hmm. Bad.
Well, it's the day democracy almost died.
Oh, hey, President's talking, Pat.
Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred.
That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy.
It shouldn't be.
We don't have a democracy.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally.
Well, except for the right.
A fair shot at making it.
Except for conservatives.
Oh, January 6th.
But around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms. Cutting Social Security that you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy.
Pause it for a second. Nobody's talking about cutting Social Security. No one. No one on the Republican side is talking about cutting Social Security or Medicare and Medicaid. It's just not a thing.
I mean, you can. All it is every 5 years. Can we just look at every federal program? Aha! You want to cut Social Security? No, we just want.
They haven't even decided to do that.
No, you won't even.
Somebody had an idea. Hey, how about we review every 5 years?
Yeah, and you know who that guy was? It was Joe Biden.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Now he won't even sit down to have a conversation with a party, the Republicans, who said, yeah, we want to increase the debt limit.
No,
we want to raise the ceiling.
Too busy lying.
Yeah.
About the Republican Party. All right, let's see the rest of this. This is agonizing.
Yes, it is.
Banning books and telling people who they can love.
Books.
All while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
Golly. Nobody's banning books.
Oh, look,
when I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America.
Is that what you said?
And we still are.
And we still are.
The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too.
You want it to be fewer.
This is not a time to be complacent.
The worst, man. The worst.
That's why I'm running for re-election.
Is that why?
Oh, look, there's Scranton.
Because I know America.
He knows America.
I know we're good and decent people. I know we're still a country
You're
that
certainly
believes
not.
in honesty and respect and treating each other with dignity. That we're a nation where we give hate no safe harbor. We believe that everyone is equal, that everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country.
Thank you for choosing us.
MAGA Republicans, they're a safe harbor for hate.
When they have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights.
Incredible.
And this is our moment.
You got the jog.
See him run? Yeah. Pathetic.
I can't stand
Look how energetic I am at 80 years old. Oh, there was his sister. How come there's not shots of him smelling girls' hair?
So if you're with me,
I'm not.
JoeBiden.com
We're not.
Go to JoeBiden.com.
Let's finish this job. I know we can. Because this is the United States of America. There's nothing, simply nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
The worst.
Look, let's finish the job, Pat.
Yeah. Well, he will, too.
He will.
He'll finish the job of destroying this nation.
Where was Hunter in that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where was the illegitimate grandchild?
They should have had some of the shots of him snorting coke off the stomach of a hooker.
Yeah.
That would have been appropriate.
There sure are a lot of shots of Joe Biden walking in slow motion. And the joke is that they didn't even have to slow the film down. He's just walking in slow motion. Now, someone should take that 3-minute clip and do exactly something, because I was sitting here thinking the same thing. You're like, hey, where's he sniffing kids? somebody could
Sniffing
totally
kids, snorting coke.
just
out the
replace
belly
the
of a hooker.
images, like voting rights, and then just show
Bank statement from a Chinese company
right.
with $1 million on it.
But you could show the opposite of what he's trying to get across. It's like, we're going to make sure the integrity of vote, and then just show the little graph in Michigan where the votes for Biden jump up, show a Dominion machine or a Dropbox and all this stuff. Somebody could take 3 minutes there and just change the images.
Yep.
Have fun with that. Send it to me.
Man, so good.
So good.
Plus, speaking of our children, he had this to say about America's children.
Thank you for the members of Congress who are here today, including two outstanding educating Congresswomen, Jonah. And by the way, Jonah Hayes is. Jonah, where are you? There you are, Jonah, right in front of me. Stand up, Jonah.
Stand up.
Jonah happens to be a teacher, happens to be the 2016 National Teacher of the Year.
Stand up, Jonah.
That's not even her name.
What's her name?
It's like Jonah or something. It's not Jonah.
He is something else.
Stand up, Chuck.
That was actually not the children's.
Yeah. There's so many embarrassing moments that you just kind of randomly pick it up. Yeah. So, but he was actually trying to recognize a. So this is what it says. Biden appears to confuse Congresswoman for man in Teacher of the Year. So, Johanna Hayes, is the Congresswoman.
Yeah.
He's looking right at her, tells her to stand up.
Oh, and she does, right? Is that the person who stands up?
Yeah, and so, but
she's not the Teacher of the Year.
Correct. Correct. So.
Oh my gosh.
So Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Yeah. Chuck, stand up, Chuck. Let him see you. Oh. God love you. What am I talking about?
Yeah, you can't stand up. You're crippled. Oh, okay.
I'm so confused on this Jonah story. Is there even a Jonah? Is there a teacher named Jonah?
No idea.
Now I'm reading this story. I'm like, is there even a Jonah in attendance? I don't know. I can't stand this guy. But yeah, let's do the kids clip real quick, guys.
Yeah. Cut 10 if you can't find it.
Rebecca put a teacher's creed into words when she said, "There's no such thing as someone else's child. No such thing as someone else's child."
There is. Yeah, there is.
Our nation's children are all our children.
No. No. I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
Bro.
Not true at all. Sorry. My children are not yours.
Stay away. I've seen you with children, old man.
Oof.
That's what that's what they think, right? I mean,
that
remember
is what they think.
Who was it on MSNBC 10 years ago, right? We had the clip. We'll try to find it where they're like, it's just like that. That's their mindset, that your kids are their property.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep. From Carl Smith, I wonder how many takes it took to get 3 minutes of semi-coherence from Joe in his presidential announcement. He still slurred his speech and was incomprehensible in some parts. Even then. From Frankie, whatever was left of Bacon's career is gone. These woke morons just don't understand who the majority is and who spends the money. From Donald Allen, this country can't afford 4 more years of Joe Robinette Biden. Yeah, that's for sure. He and his children thing. His children belong to everybody. Was that what he said? Here's what he said again yesterday. Check this out. Incredible.
Rebecca put a teacher's creed into words when she said, "There's no such thing as someone else's child. No such thing as someone else's child.
No such
Our
thing.
nation's children are all our children."
No, sorry. Very reminiscent of that MSNBC campaign about 10 years ago. Do you remember that? Where each of them were, I don't know, filmed talking outside somewhere, and it was a promo for each of their shows. And here's what was her name?
Melissa Harris Perry?
Melissa Harris Perry.
That's right.
That's right. Here's what she said about our children.
Good stuff.
We have never invested as much in public education as we should have because we've always had kind of a private notion of children. Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility.
Right.
We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities. Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.
Do we? Do we? Okay. Yeah, we've never really had that collective thought because we're not communists. Okay? So,
Yeah.
and I like that about us. I really do. And your children, my children are not yours and yours are not mine. Even though Hillary Clinton thought so.
It takes a village.
If you remember that correctly. She even wrote a book about it. But, of course, I disagree. I think it takes the village people to raise a child.
Yeah.
I mean, because, then you have the policeman, you have the Native American, you got the construction worker, got a whole bunch of different people.
Yeah.
So it's really diverse and inclusive.
Yeah.
So.
You say the Indian chief guy?
Yeah.
You got him already in there?
Mm-hmm. Well, Native American, yeah.
Sure. Indian guy. Cool.
Who else? Oh, the motorcycle?
The motorcycle
guy? Yeah.
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 Yeah. How many members were in the village people?
I think there were 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see here. Who are we missing here? Oh, the cowboy.
Okay. There you go. Isn't it, though? Whoever thought that it was fun to stay at the YMCA? Come on. What a weird, stupid song. I mean, I danced to it like everybody else at the time, but...
Did you wear bell bottoms, too?
Oh, yeah, of course. You had to. Yeah. It was mandatory.
Oh, boy. Good times.
Good times.
Why can't we go back to
the 70s? If only we could return.
Era of bell bottoms and moderate inflation.
A much simpler time. I will say that.
Yeah.
It really was a simpler time. And we thought it was so difficult then, because Jimmy Carter was in office. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the situation that we face now. My gosh. Jimmy Carter was like George Washington compared to this guy.